Oh, hi. So today, this is where I'm going to take you. It's called Cabo de la Huerta, Cabo de las Huertas, or also for some people it's called Cala Cantalar. I will put the locations where you can park the car uh, a bit later on and the instructions on how to get here. So let's go. So here's where you can find the parking for this part of the video. So all the way up from the parking where I parked, you have that sundial that's been massively tagged. And then you have the path you need to take to go all the way down there. So I insist the path is over there. Do not go cross because you may fall and you don't want that. So that's the view from where I was just right on behind me, as there were people coming over as usual. So I'm recording this in the winter because it's gonna be easier not to run into people and naked people, because I forgot to say this is a nudist beach, one of the last we have here in Alicante. And as you can see over there, that's the path you take all the way down once again. So in that creek would be the first one you reach. Then you go on your left, and I'll show you later on because that's not the parking I like to park. I'll show you another one just in the next video. And this would be the other parking, which is the one I normally use when I come here, and you'll see why. So here you can see my car on the side. This is where I park. You have magnificent views on those amazing houses. We were on the other side of that cliff earlier, and I'll let you know why I like parking here. You can park here or on the next street, which is called calle Tintorera. This one is calle Marrajo. I'll put a picture of the location, and there's where we want to go. Okay, so where the red car is where I parked. There you have the other street I said. You can walk along the ledge and down to that creek. I usually never park there because I've got vertigo. It's not complicated, it's not difficult, but you must know the place. Otherwise, you can get a bit scared. So that's one of the first creeks you get when you come from this side, and one of the last ones you get when you come from the other side, where you see that person walking. I'm gonna say walking on the water, but it's because it's rocky, so water must be really shallow. That's for the straight people. Then again, you go wherever you want, but that would be for straight people. More closer to the creek would be the lesbians and also straight people. And on that part, it's more for gay people. Then again, you go wherever you want, obviously. As for me, if I'm not getting blown away by the wind like today, I took that path and it takes me all the way up here, or you can go behind those bushes and get all the way down between these ridge, I'm gonna say, and the next one. So let's go. Okay, so before I go further, so here you have a path that's gonna take you all the way down to the shoreline. You see, because of the geography of the area, there's no rivers or stuff. So when it rains and it rains real hard, it takes down everything from uphill down, following those paths that have been made naturally, and then people use them more and more. So it's an easy hike down, and a lot of people do that even on bikes or dog walking or jogging, which I wouldn't recommend, but whatever. So over there is where I parked before, where you have the sundial and you go all the way down. Behind that first hill, ridge, whatever, that's one of the first creeks. This one that's straight is for straight people too. Basically, because it's closer to the entrances, to where how you access the place. And like I said, some people come jogging here. I wouldn't try that because I'm prone to twisting ankles and tripping and stuff. So that's the part that I said would be more interesting for gay guys. I'll show you why. That's the ridge we saw before, and that is the creek I told you about just before. There's no one walking on water anymore. So as you can see, the sea is pretty rough today. Actually, it was rougher when I left home because I live just across the bay. That way you can see there, that's where I live. So it takes me like between 30 and 40 minutes to come here. So I'm not coming here often in the summer. Although I used to come here like all the time when I lived at my parents. They just live a couple of blocks from here. Well, a few blocks from here. It was half-hour walking. And when I got a bike, it was faster. And one of the things here is you have amazing views of Alicante. So you can see the three towers I shown on the other video. Castle. So yeah, pretty amazing views all year long. So here we are down between the ridges and the hills. That's how the path goes down. Obviously, I'm not going to do the whole thing because I don't want to fall and kill myself. But you have an idea of what you're going to find if you come here around. Just be aware of where you put your feet and it should be fine. And then you go all the way down there. So that's it. It's either all the way up or all the way down, like I just did. So that's the first creek you find. Not the first from the first video, but the first one just after that. Like I said, that straight shoreline would be more for straights. That would be, I don't know, whoever. The only thing here is you have a few sandy parts. So if you come with your parasol, you should probably stay here, as the other parts are rock and you can't put your parasol there. So if you're like me and you like shade, you need either to stay here or use the trick I'm gonna show you a bit later on. If you come in the winter, it's fine, but during the summer, that's another reason I don't come here often, because I don't like being on direct sunlight, which is ironic. So here from the shore, try not to get wet. You have impressive views of Alicante. And like I said, a few sandy parts, which are probably going to be busy if you come here in the summer because everybody wants to be there. Although it's pretty, you know, in the view of everyone. So that's where we were, where I was recording just before. And this is where we're going. So if you're familiar with the place, you know exactly where I am. And if you're not, it's where I was telling you. Um, that's the more sheltered part. And the thing is, you can put your fabrics or towels or whatever on those walls and then use it for shelter. Otherwise, you have a few shaded places, but there are not many. There are like two of them, and as always, they're gonna be quickly taken over by people. So that's where I would go, and I'll show you then why. Because you have a few spots to go into the water. Just after that, like Cape, I'll show you. You can get into the water easily there. Here you have a few spots where you can bathe, so to speak. And just over there you have another one where you can jump and dive. Okay, so yeah, that's where I'm saying now it's a bit wet because we've had bad weather and rain and stuff, which is why there's not so many people in here today, which I'm happy with it because it allows me to record without annoying anyone. There's a few, hold on. So, as I was saying, there's a few videos I've posted from here. You can find them on the shorts from last summer. Uh, from there. And obviously, it was different because the sun was higher in the sky. And yeah, if you want to dive, you do it from there. You can see in the water there's like a rock that slightly protrudes. You can dive from there, or you can get into the water from over there too. And as you can see, there's people hiking here. And it's pretty deep, but obviously not today. It's like 15 degrees. I'm not in the mood for trying to get into the water, not for the views I'm getting at the moment. I'm not that crazy. So I'm giving you all the tricks I have when I come to this place. Here is where you can sit in the afternoon. You're not gonna get much sun, just enough. Well, if you go out in the sun, yeah, but you can get close to the wall and you won't get burned. And then you have down here another spot. Okay, that's why I say you can go into the water. Um, there, you can see that's where you can jump and you can come out of the water easily. And you don't have any sea urchins, so because they disappeared. I used to come here when I was a teenager, and I remember getting them on my foot. And you know what they say? You can lose your foot, you can lose your hand, you can lose your hand trying to get them out of your foot. That's another spot where you can sit if you don't want to be in full sun. Now it's morning, so you're gonna get the sun, but in the afternoon it's fine. Okay, so If I have been a good guide, you'll know that that's where I was standing just before. So here, I don't know if you can appreciate that on the video, but the water is really shallow. It wouldn't get even to your half the calf. But a bit further, then you can get into the water. It has like a wall. Then you have the rock we call the Little Mermaid rock. But you know why? Or the Little Merman. And where you have those fishermen is where I said way before that it was the place for the straight people. That's where I used to come when I came with straight friends. Oh, look, we have a visitor. Hello, seagull. Oh, hi. I don't know if that's my car over there. No, obviously not because they're fiddling with it. But that's where I parked. That's the creek. That's the first creek I used to come because when I used to come here ages ago, it was all sandy. So you could come into the water without fearing the sea urchins, like And here just across, it's the lesbians part. Which it used to be. Now I don't know where they go. And that's where we were. Okay, so before I forget, that's the path you need to take if you parked by that house. It takes you to where I parked my car too, so I may just take that one back. Uh, and it takes you down if you want to. So that's why I prefer parking there, because it's way closer to this part than the other one. But if you come with a bus from Alicante, the other one leaves you a bit closer. So it's up to you. So if you consider where I left the car, that's behind that hill, that would be the second way to come down. And I've shown you when we were up there how it looks. The one I took would be the third one, and the first one would be the one that is just down the cliff where I just said. So I know you have to say cove and not creek, but that word reminds me of those poor dolphins that get slaughtered in Japan. So my brain doesn't want to use it. Sorry for that once again. As you can see, it's getting cloudier and cloudier, so more overcast. So it's probably time to leave as we have a yellow alert of rain. So that's gonna be it. Um, I'm not sure you can appreciate from where I am standing because of the reflection of the sun, but that spot there, it's where you can dive and then you walk here to the rocks. You have another spot over there too, which trust me is there, although you can't see it. So that's it. As you can see, there's people despite the weather, which honestly is pretty nice. It's just a bit too windy. Otherwise, it would be nice to stay in the sun. So there you have Alicante. There you have the sundial that would take you all the way down to the first creek, which we never visited, but I don't see the point in it. And that is why I'm thinking about going home, because you know what that means. Rain. So, up Careful. Here we are. So that was it for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give me a like, subscribe, share, and yeah, like and subscribe always, always, always. And hope to see you soon for another video here in Alicante. Cheers. Bye.